He's pretty good, understandably so. Wants to lose a bit of weight, so that's why he TPs to the middle more often than not. So he has a long walk back to his lane. I think Nigma Galaxy have to be wary of a potential Medusa pick here. Ogre Magic goes really well with her. There's a lot of lockdown on the side of Patriots. Also the Bloodlust. So I like the Monkey King coming out. It is a great hero against the Medusa in particular. You usually don't want to build a Hurricane Pike on the Medusa, but sometimes against the Monkey King you might have to. Though on the other hand, you talked about the flexibility of Nigma Galaxy. Well, this monkey could be a support, could be a core. The Nature's Prophet could be a position 1. He could be a position 3. We don't know. And I'm okay with everything. Position 4 Monkey King, I'm okay with him working out in this game in particular. You have a Grimstroke, which is one of the highest damage dealing supports. And then you have the other one that just gives you vision. So, but Nigma Galaxy, they have a lot of heroes that can just dodge fights. Look at the mobility. Ember, Nature's Prophet, Monkey King. And that is something that the Pango might not like. He likes a fight to be, it doesn't have to be at a concentrated area, but at least all of the heroes to be somewhat close. If you're able to force out the Rolling Thunder for 1 kill or no kills around the map, that is the way to go. Enigma Galaxy are gunning for it right now.
Good to notify about this Nature's Prophet. You're saying you don't really know the role it's going to be in, because I don't think we do either. This is their first Nature's Prophet pick in the entire tournament. They have not played this hero so far on any of their players, so we can expect this to go anywhere with all the flexibility with the Ember Spirit and the Monkey King in the draft. Could be 5, could be 3, could be 2, could be 1. So let's see if that is going to be potentially one of our mid matchups. Looks like the Batrider Ember Spirit looks to be locked into the mid lane at the current moment. They don't have a way to purge off the napalm stacks right now. So I'm thinking, do you pick yourself a hero that has a hard dispel? We're looking at the Abaddon LC Axel. So Patriots most likely is going to ban one of them, and then they're going to secure the Batrider a good game in here. Or something that breaks the lasso could also be worthy of a ban.
I mean, Ember is okay-ish against the Bat. You have the Grimstroke that gets the shard later on, so he's somewhat okay-ish in terms of save. Of course, in those 3 seconds, you're already being pulled away. But Ember Spirit builds a BKB. He lanes relatively well against the Bat. You get 1 point in chains. He starts diving. You use the chains, and the tower will do enough damage so the Batrider can't go forward. So Nature's Prophet naturally builds into a BKB as well. Monkey King usually gives enough vision, and if the Batrider is inferior in terms of vision, then you're okay. So Patriots have this lineup run at you type, but the Batrider is good because
he's still good.
Yeah, he's still really good. Catching the Monkey King, catching the Nature's Prophet, catching the Grimstroke, even the Ember Spirit, if you get a blink, is quite nice. And we talked about that Nigma like to spread the map. Batrider is a hero that builds boots of travel, so that does help a lot in this game. So I'm liking the Bat pick either way, but you don't have to have a hero that specifically deals with him. You're okay with what you have at this point.
Right. I totally agree with you. Like in the laning stage matchup, Ember has a bit of an advantage to survive against the Batrider, but outside of that, they have no tools to hold this Batrider in place. They have nothing against it. Batrider pops BKB and lassos somebody, he's gone basically. They will just have to add up with the damage pool to come into that. So they banned the Medusa because they have no damage on Patriots' side to actually kill off a Medusa. The Faceless Void was a bit of a curious one. I guess they're securing for their final pick here to be a bit of a
Blaze Troll.
I was thinking Drow for a second, but I guess Drow just gets jumped on by so many heroes from Nigma that it just doesn't make sense to go for it. But I guess, going alongside with the Batrider. I mean, we've seen CK's Tiny's Morphlings from their character player, Jikroy. So let's see if it's any of those. He's going to bring out the Tiny in the end. So 2 wins, 1 loss so far in this hero. Jikroy should be... is he in for a good game, Harry?
This is a solid Tiny game. I just wanted to see a troll because I love the hero, and we have a lot of lockdown on the side of Patriots. That is what the troll needs. But you want a hero that is good against the Juggernaut. That kind of leaves you, Faceless Void banned out. Medusa not bad. Slark, very limited amount of players do want to play him in the current meta. And then you have Troll Tiny. Tiny definitely more in the meta and more with what Patriots tend to play too often, and also both Tiny and the Troll are pretty good at laning against the Nature's Prophet, so that's a big thing as well. Though now when I look at Nigma Galaxy, Not a lot of things that actually deal with the Juggernaut in this game, apart from the Tiny.
Yeah.
So that's why. So that's why Patriots went for this kind of hero, and the Tiny is. Yeah, I don't see him being touched in this game. He has a good laning stage. He's gonna have solid armor. Maybe they can pressure him a little bit with Mizu and Joe Cam in the first few levels, but even that is gonna be a tough one with the Ogre being there. So I'm liking both lineups, but I think Nigma Galaxy coming in as the favorites and having the more mobile lineup with a core, a carry hero that is hard to kill. I think they have all of the tools available to outmaneuver Patriots. So that's kind of what I think is gonna be happening with them spreading around the map and Patriots not really being able to catch all of the heroes that they want. So Nigma Galaxy spreading the map, split pushing, getting towers, and Patriots running to get kills. We'll see which one of those plans actually works out.
Well, let's see if Patriots has picked up experience along the way that might play the big difference here, as they have the most played games during this Pro Series, up to tying up with Infamous from the BTS Pro Series North America. So basically, Americas in this case. So Americas and Southeast Asia, Patriots is tying up for the most played games, and now they're going to be taking first place as well. So let's see if that experience carries them a long way or not, because you do want to cause an impact right away when you're playing against Nigma Galaxy. So an important game up ahead for them. Nigma Galaxy, who I think we were a tad bit surprised that we find them in the lower brackets, as they got knocked in here by Execration after a clean 2-0. We will be seeing Polaris versus Execration tomorrow, and Army Geniuses versus the victor of this series. So do write that down in your calendars. Same starting times at 17 SGT and 20:00 on the scheduled starts. And then, of course, on the 1st of June, that would be on Le Wednesday, we have the grand finals. Of course, the semifinals before that, an hour earlier. So that's at 16 SGT, followed up by the grand final. Best of 5, of course. I'm pretty sure we have another caster pair dealing with the grand finals day, by the looks of it. We are here today and tomorrow with Harry Freak. Whoever ends up casting the games on the final day should be in for a treat. And most of all of you people watching at home, thanks for tuning in and supporting BTS and the tournament by being here. Because without us, or sorry, without you, there wouldn't be an us. Let's put it that way.
I was more so to inclined. Without us, there'd be nothing. But yeah, but, sure. It's all about the viewers.
In some parallel universe, probably in your dream, taking some heavy early damage here from Lim and the Lul, poking the Juggernaut, but not quite leading into a kill.
That's actually quite big that you have a Pango and the Shadow Shaman that are constantly going to be pressuring the Jugger. You want the Jugger to be around half HP, then he cannot go in with the spinning swell. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of damage being dealt to him, and Bumbui will have to do his best to keep Lim away, because if Lim and Delol come close to the Juggernaut every single time, they take away at least half of his HP. That makes this Enigma Galaxy lane just not able to do what they were looking to get. You can see Lim is just running away. He wants to play away from the Grimstroke, closer to the Juggernaut.
I do have to say, I was looking at that mid lane. I love that Batrider bat skin. It's pretty wild. There are not a lot of Batrider players like to play with that.
They don't, or they like to play with that?
They don't. I just don't see it really on anyone.
Given that it's some kind of a scarecrow, maybe they like birds, you know. So it's the only possible explanation. I'm not the biggest fan, but I wouldn't hurt them. You know, I'm okay. Not my favorite type of animals. You know.
I love how you're like, well, I mean, I'm not a fan of them, but I wouldn't hurt them. You're like trying to save your ass, but hey, they're not saving the Pangolier in the top lane. In your dream with Boombui, classic Inkswell into the blade spin leads into a kill. That's first blood for Nigma Galaxy.
Yep, that is quite nice, you know, getting level 2. Nigma Galaxy understood what was going to happen, and they started pushing out the lane. So Patriots, I think they should have went a little bit more aggressive on those first few ways. Pushed Nigma Galaxy into the tower, not allowed that to happen, because getting level 2 with the lane that it has so much kill potential, that's quite great. And we talked about Patriots actually...
Yeah, with some heavy damage being traded in the top lane onto the Monkey King. Not quite into a kill, but very good combo there.
Actually, Chikroy is he's doing quite well here in the top lane. I expected them to pressure him a bit more until level 4, Tiny, until he has the toss as well. It's something I think Nigma Galaxy can do. So I'd like them to just attack Chikroy as much as possible. They didn't get the Blightstone though. Very interesting.
Only one kill here to start things off. Just in the bottom lane for Nigma Galaxy. I like how in your dream he was poked a lot after the bounties being taken. He's still the one to be given the first kill of the game. Something that you do like to have on your Juggernaut if ever given the opportunity. He's not picking up too great CS here. I think there's been quite a bit of Grimstroke and Shadow Shaman having to secure range creeps with spells. So Grim with 4, Shadow Shaman with 3 last hits.
That's the main reason that these scores on the bottom lane are, you could say, struggling a bit with Lim.
They get the stun in time. Yes, they do. Just a tad bit too late on the TP, and Chikroy also gets a kill on Jokum in the top lane. The help of UK. Not much that Mizu can do here to save his buddy, the Monkey King.
Again, I think kills on these safe lanes, they are easily preventable by the carries being low HP. The only time that you're afraid is when the carry gets given a salve. And I think that's something that both Patriots and the Nigma Galaxy could have done a tad bit better here on the top lane. Just keep Chikroy low. Your Monkey King cannot die. Though Jokum, he is a melee hero that is trying to harass. You know, you tend to put yourself out of position from time to time. So maybe when it comes to him, we can't really say much bad. But on the bottom lane, I think Patriots definitely should have prevented that first blood from happening. That is something that was quite easy for them, especially with how the rune went. Boomboy.
Up to 6 well with the TP, but not gonna happen. No stun, no teleport, no nothing. Just blown into smithereens. Patriots did find some success.
That's the damage that we're talking about. Sure, it wouldn't be enough to kill the Juggernaut.
Alacrity mid. Oh, look at the damage onto the Ember Spirit. He needs just a bit more, but the tower's gonna almost kill, but he gets the kill first. Oh boy, that was a tight battle there between those two, and still somehow the Batrider with 6 nade bomb stacks gets the kill first onto the Ember Spirit, getting the XP.
Yep. Nicely done, nicely done. That's a big thing. Now, what you would like to do if you're Patriots is, of course, you already brought the Shadow Shaman in the mid lane, but get level 6 on the Bat and get the lasso kill on the Ember. Given that he didn't get that experience, he's not gonna have his ulti. So yeah, he immediately places a ward. He understands the dangers, and even the Grimstroke is in the vicinity, because they're aware just what the plan from Patriots is gonna be.
Bit of movement into the mid lane. Shaman, who got himself a quick level 4, now able to poke Boomboy, but here comes Jokum and Alacrity. I think the Shadow Shaman is more in more trouble, but the Batrider pokes Alacrity. Moving in, the chains beautifully placed by Alacrity there, and now Mamangdaya. He gets something done here. He's burning them slowly but surely. 1 support kill, 2 support kills. Alacrity does have the slide coming off cooldown, and that will enable him to secure it in the end, making it a 2 for 2. And this time he's the one to live, and the Batrider being dead. Nothing happening on the side lanes though. Nature's Prophet's just chilling in front of Chikroy and UK, and he's just poking the Tiny, trying to go for the body blocks with the Treants, but ends up getting ignited and fire blasted by the Ogre, so he's not going to continue his right-click through to lead into a kill on the Tiny.
With the side lanes just being a wash during that engagement in the mid, Nigma Galaxy are going to be so happy with that. You know, Mamangda gets level 6 first in the mid lane, and then you lose the fight completely. Now Alacrity will be the one to get level 7. He even has the haste rune, so a rotation is bound to happen now, unless he wants to poke the Batrider. I don't think he has a reason to do so. Let's see.
Jug is also doing some solo pulling here to ensure he's getting level 6, while the Pango has a solo lane for himself. Be able to get those
There's the Ember TP.
And here we go. Jump is happening. Meanwhile, there's a Shaman following up as well, but it does look like it's going to be an easy Chikroy kill. And also the Ogre going to be following suit, so nothing that the Shaman wants to be a part of in this fight. Alacrity brings up a double kill for himself. Lim just walking out. Is that Lime or Lim, by the way? I'm maybe mispronouncing.
Lim. I think Lim. I've been calling him Lim my entire life. No one ever said anything to me, so I'm gonna say that it's the
I'm
right
just
way
thinking,
to go.
is he a tequila lover? Instead of using citrus, he uses lime. But I guess he's just Lim. Chikroy under the tower, getting chained up. Alacrity looking for round number 2. I was about to say jump from Jokum, but I guess you could call landing on your feet as well a jump.
We can still chase
for a second. Yep. For the ogre kill. Just a couple more hits to go. I mean, Ember's using a lot of mana for this. One more hit to go. Salve is burnt, and he is taken down. Mizu also not getting an opening to hit the tower down. But here comes the Batrider. What can Mamang Daya do here? Lasso to cancel the TP. Yeah, might as well get something out of the way. They're also got Jokum. Yeah, we already knew he was dead. Looking at Jokum, what he was going to do as he's hunting the Tinies at 400 HP. And they're stacking again. He takes down the trees. That's the second time already. Here comes Lim from the other side. Shackles onto the Monkey King. And also the Batrider wanting to getting a piece of this action.
Got the stick out?
Oh, lived a bit longer. Doesn't quite get the kill, though.
He just lost his Jingu stacks. He wanted to use them on the stack to the side, and it would have given him a little bit more HP, but you know, it's still level 1 Jingu Mastery, so it really wouldn't matter that much. I like how Mizu, despite knowing that he was gonna die, he immediately went for a TP, understanding let's force out that lasso. So Patriots now, they're in a bit of a bad situation, because the low, ideally you would love to TP top to protect the tower. The problem is you are somewhat aware that there's a ward behind your tower because the Nature's Prophet Wrath of Nature connected, and now you don't have that chase potential from Patriots to pull someone back, and it's gonna be hurting them. It allows Nigma Galaxy to get a tower, so Mizu, despite even in death, he's gonna be bringing value to his team. Quite nicely done, and this is important. That mobility from Nigma Galaxy is now gonna come in handy.
Yep. We'll keep on keeping up the pressure for one kill to another, hunting down the ogre as he appears anywhere. That's his third death as well. Chikroy farming with 100 HP in the jungle. They're going to jump onto Lim. Used to be there. Now he's gone. Delo makes his first rotation. Cuts down the tree. Jokum. I think he spent more time on the ground than in the actual trees himself. So, once again, getting grabbed on that. Nice soul bind. No catch onto the Monkey King. He's able to jump back in. Mamang Daya goes down, and so does the Pango. And Patriots are in big, huge trouble at this point. This Nigma Galaxy, they're dancing their way through.
This is the definition of snowball. One mistake in the mid lane with Patriots being a bit too aggressive there, trying to fight in the lane because the Batrider got his level 6 and the Ember didn't. You die, and then Alacrity just overtakes the show because of that. He goes to the top lane, secures multiple kills, it leads into a tower into the top lane, and now they just continue pushing forward this time around in the mid lane. And the problem with an Ember is that you are never safe because he's immediately gonna go back into the action.
Batrider with 48 last hits, 5 kills. Forced to fight the majority of his game. Pushes down Jokum out of the oh, he's going in the other round. Lasso, though, giving some false sense of security for the Monkey King and debating the caster for a moment. He knew exactly where he was. Little detour, just scouting if there's any other enemies around this area before he goes for the Lasso and securing the kill. Now, I just got the vision again to spot where he was. But a 4K lead, nevertheless. An ogre has been found once again. He's well stunned to connect with the silence there as well. Delol tries to save his buddy with the Rolling Thunder. Amber's just gonna, already thrown down a remnant. Might as well juke once, and ole! He dodges another. Oh, he still gets hit by the Armadillo, but hey, they're trying to push on the bot lane onto the Nature's Prophet as well. 5 stacks, and he is burning. Mamang Daya able to get this kill, and now we can start turning their advance towards that bottom tier 1 tower with the help of the catapult. Their catapult actually dies, and they glyph to make sure that that enemy Cardi falls.
And Pango is in trouble.
And Pango's in trouble. Good swashbuckle dodge, but he's silenced on the high ground. Everything on cooldown. Easy for Alacrity.
Pretty easy. The tower on the bottom lane is actually taking a lot of damage. Now, the problem is Nigma know exactly who is the only hero on the side of Patriots that can do something, and that is Mamang Dai on the Batrider. Luckily for Patriots, Mamang Dai is having somewhat of an okay game. He has 7 kills to his name, which is great, but in terms of net worth, he is not the highest hero, but he's okay. But still, Nigma Galaxy, you see Mamang Dai on the other part of the map, you can do whatever you want. Or if you see Mamang Dai, you can maybe go for him, and then Patriots can just stay there and do nothing. And yeah, with this Invis rune, Mamang Dai is pretty much dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Alacrity has been enjoying his game so far with the nimbleness of the Ember Spirit. No lasso. Good
they're not getting the kill.
The lull, though. They are running out of damage on this one, and Grimstroke ends up getting stunned. The lull doesn't get a secondary stun connection. Now looking for the connection. Inks will stun into that, and they will take down Alacrity instead, and that's his streak gone.
Mizu
Maybe even Mizu as well. There's the Omni Slash. It does a bit of damage by In Your Dream. He's got his spin, and he's going to spin to win. Can he get anybody? As they've lost 2. Limelim will fall first, and Delul gets killed off by a Maelstrom proc out of all things, as he was already out of the fight, but he doesn't get out alive. So that will be a 2-for-2 trade. So it's a bit of a revenge throw there from the Tiny.
Yeah, very nice flame break there at the start of the fight that helped Mamang Dai live. With the Inkswell not connecting properly on him, it allowed the Batrider to live. Without him, Patriots would be lacking the damage. You know, even if the Pango would keep the enemies in place for a long time, you still can't kill them. You even saw Jacroy there coming, understanding his bat is getting low. He can't do the damage any longer. I need to help. And then, of course, with the dive to the tier 1, even In Your Dream comes in. So basically everyone getting a piece of battle there. The main problem, of course, with Nigma Galaxy is they didn't have the Wrath of Nature immediately, so the damage couldn't go through right away, and that allowed Patriots to go in. So quite nice for them, but considering how it started, it could have gone much worse from Nigma Galaxy. So in the end, the overdive did get punished, and that Maelstrom proc, as you mentioned, securing 1 extra kill for Nigma Galaxy, who don't want to and shouldn't stop, because Patriots cannot fight until there's a BKB on the bat, at least not effectively.
And from Nigma's perspective, like, that was a good moment to take like a practice fight, so to say, because now they recognize how big Wrath of Nature actually is in the fight. Like, obviously Furion already knew, but the rest of his teammates didn't quite trust him. Shaman values the mango more than his own life. Your Dream has also been pinged. There's 4 Patriot heroes in this area. He's phase booting himself to a much more safer spot, and the spin TP.
He didn't see him.
Mamang Dai wasn't interested in it. Yep, and looks like he was behind the tree, so no vision. No direct vision, at least.
This is okay for Patriots in a sense that they dodged the gank on the bottom lane. The problem is that they're now on top. It's much easier to gank them on top. It's much easier for the Ember Spirit to play the top lane, because from multiple directions he can just keep himself away and keep using the Sleight of Fist, and at some point you're gonna be in trouble. So now Patriots, they have to defend the bottom lane tower from the Treants.
Yeah.
And they have to be careful not to get caught on the top part of the map. So I think this is smoke time, just to get to a part of the map that you feel comfortable playing right now.
Ember is close to BKB as well. He's kind of pinging that somebody is going to be showing up in this lane any second now. Just watch my back so I don't get caught. The lull with his buddies in the jungle instead, so nobody at the lane. Maybe they're going to wait just a little bit longer. Nice stun from Jokum. Jumps from the low ground to the high ground, and it looks like he's just gliding on the ground as they get the Inkswell on 2. Decroy, UK, both gone. Suddenly there's a whole horde of Nigma Galaxy heroes arriving in the area. Maybe the entire second Nigma roster arriving as well, as we've... not sure if it's... Is it In Your Dream playing? Is it actually Mizu playing? Is Sumail somewhere here, I guess, potentially? Pango, though, getting jumped up by Jokum. Able to swashbuckle deeper and deeper. He's on the way out. Wrath of Nature does connect. Does a bit of damage, not too much, though. Kills the creeps, more like. And here's the TPs. Wukong's command. Teleport cancelled by the Batrider, so he's not actually joining, so Monkey King will still fall to Jikroy and Delul. No savior is arriving, but look at them. They're waiting. They're waiting. They're going in. There we go. Omni Slash. The Inkswell is there as well. He's still going to get stunned, even though the hero's not even visible. And that will be in your dream, taking down Jikroy and Dalul. Rolling Thunder, swashbuckle away. He's got a TP available. Boom Buoy's going to be following, keeping a close eye at least that they don't snipe the next wave, but he's already TPing out, so will not be there.
That was a very cool approach from Nigma Galaxy. They didn't want to go for the lull at all that time. They just wanted the Monkey King to keep tabs on him so that he doesn't surprise them with the Rolling Thunder and goes in, potentially locks down the Jug, so that ends up in his death. So that was the play from the Monkey King. He ended up dying, but in the end they get a trade of the Tiny. So you're gonna be quite happy with that. And now without the Rolling Thunder, Patriots aren't gonna be able to protect this tower that easily. They place the ward though on the side of Patriots, but mid lane
though, they've got the catch on the Monkey King. Another kill going in the way of the Patriots. It's a painfully slow kill, but it's a kill nevertheless for Mamang, the leading net worth hero from the side of the Patriots at 8.6k. BKB.
He has a BKB.
Travel. Yep.
That is big. The thing is, I think Nigma Galaxy, okay, now they saw the BKB, so they're just gonna try to poke as much as possible in this game. The idea is to force out those BKBs as much as possible during this mid game, retain your lead, and then once the BKBs are low, the Ember Spirit will yet again be a problem for the Batrider. So right now, Nigma Galaxy are probably not gonna be forcing like smokes into the enemy triangle and such, but they're gonna be forcing Patriots to come onto their territory of the map. And what's the better way to do it than just walk into the Roche when you have all the vision?
So where do we kind of see this game escalating? Like Patriots now just gonna have to play defensive, wait for Nigma to make the moves, and hopefully get a success on their own side of the map. Like what's the gameplay plan for Patriots at the moment? Because Nigma's just they're doing their stuff. Like this is their game, right? Like they're doing all the moves here, and Patriots are just responding.
They don't have the blink on the Pango. That's a problem. You need a blink dagger. That is the thing. Is it Tiny? Is it Pango? Is it Batrider? You need one. It's good that they have this ward here on the side of Patriots. So this is the idea. They want to fight on top without the blink.
They're trying to force it right now, yeah, but there's too many people over here. Even without the Ember Spirit, the one that carries the Aegis, they're still taking this one, and Pango's just going to get spun to death. And in your dream, looking for even more. With the Ogre about to fall, they will take down Mizu. But that's your BKB spent, and here comes Alacrity. He's here for easy pickings. He wants to finish off the fight. He's a bloody chicken inside of Wukong's command, and he's just going at it. Slicing and dicing onto the Shadow Shaman. There we go. There's the stun to cancel the shackles. What can you do? Tower down, 4 heroes killed. Aegis still in your hands. Ember TP's back home to get a full regeneration out of this, and the push from Nigma can continue to the high ground.
This is why fighting without an initiation tool is always going to be a problem. You know, you have your 9-second BKB, sure, but you're going to lose at least a few seconds of it while running in. So then you're left with like 6 seconds there, 3 seconds to kill the Nature's Prophet, and you cannot TP out. So Nigma Galaxy, they understood that perfectly when they went for the top lane. They knew there was no fight to be made there against them, and Patriots, for some reason, they just ran in. I don't think Nigma Galaxy will take it a little bit slower, but no reason to do so now when the enemies have no tools to fight any longer.
Yeah. Nice Orchid there from Mizu. Prevented Dalul from using the roll, but now he does. He went for the defusal. He wants to max out damage. Alacrity goes deep inside. Him will fall first. Mamang Daya, 40 seconds for the lasso to be up. Jikroy wanting to get as much damage as possible. Monkey King might fall, but Alacrity is doing his best work. He's getting hexed up. Gonna get shackled as well. In Your Dream joining in as well. And he's still getting damage out as much as he wants to. And now they're diving onto the Batrider, but no Inkswell stun to connect as it was on the Ember Spirit instead of the Juggernaut. Pango able to hide in the trees and TPing all the way back home. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade, but it is Jikroy with a Tiny falling in that fight, which does hurt the Patriots.
Patriots, with that decision to fight on the top lane, put themselves in a situation when they're like, okay, we have to protect the Raxes 20 minutes in. So they saved their buybacks. They were ready to use them just to punish the dive of Nigma Galaxy. But the problem is they just didn't have the spells to do so. They had no lasso. They didn't have the Rolling Thunder. And it just makes it impossible for them to do anything. So now I think you have... you only have the team fight left on your side. You cannot split push. The enemies are better, and you are 10k gold behind. So you put yourself in a really bad position. I'd like for them to at least get the blink on the bat before they decide to go in for a fight. Because if again they start in without the proper initiation, they'll lose a fight 100%.
Dark tidings for the Patriots. Haven't been able to grasp much in this game. Only one tower killed. Mid-tier tier 1 still up and running on the side of Nigma's map. Now with an aggressive smoke. Let's see. Are they going to run into them? Dalul. Oh, right into the arms of Nigma Galaxy, and they also find the Shaman. Roll up being used. Pango trying to go for the roll out. Seems to be able to. Alacrity just needs one more slate, and there we go. Valiant effort, but it's not good enough.
Just Patriots, you know, sure, they were losing this game either way, but I actually am gonna praise them for that attempt on the top lane. It's a cool attempt. The problem is that the chances of it working out without you having an initiation tool were very slim. But I understand. You're feeling like you're losing the game. You are trying to make something happen. The thing I can praise them for is that they are trying to make moves. So now it's just gonna be a slaughter fest inside of their own base.
Easy. Happy hunting grounds inside the base of the Patriots. Nigma Galaxy. They're about to tighten the noose as another building falls. The mid lane is now opened up, and the Batrider, he's got his BKB. He needs an Ogre to be up in 60 seconds. Does Tiny have anything new? He needs 400 gold to finish off his BKB. That's their timing. They can still fight for the tier 3 in the bot lane, but it's a must-win battle. And if he dies here now, that would be the worst situation ever, but he is getting to TP back home, so he's not getting caught.
They have to fight for the tier 2. If the tier 2 falls, Nigma Galaxy are just gonna move away and go for Roche, and there you are not gonna be winning a fight. So your last chance to win a fight is on the bottom tier 2. The lane is outpushed, and Nigma Galaxy are maybe afraid of Patriots smoking towards the bottom lane before they come to the tower. So that's kind of the move that the Patriots should make. Unlikely to work out, but that is their best bet. Yeah. So go for a smoke now and fight at the tier 2. Let's see if it works out in the end. Monkey King though pretty close to break that one, and
yep.
Yeah, you need to cry now.
Jacroy is not cutting this tree down this time. He's been very good at cutting those trees away from the Monkey King. Sadly, not going to catch this one in time. And the bot wave has now pushed in, so with the lead of the Greater Treants, we'll be getting to siege that bottom tier 2 tower, and then opening up the base for an attempt to take mega creeps inside the Patriots base. We do now have the BKB up on the Tiny, though. Wraith Pact is the next item choice for the Ogre. I'm not sure if he's ever gonna finish that one. Game might just be over before that. Shaman also wants a BKB for himself because the Iggswell is being his worst enemy. He's never getting to Shackle because he's always getting stunned.
And now we will find out why Patriots should have fought there, potentially losing the game, but at least giving themselves a chance now. They've lost all of it because they're just going to be in their base. They're going to be losing more and more gold, and the more time passes, the harder it will be for them to use their timings. Nigma Galaxy, they know some TPs went towards the bottom lane. They'll try to take over the top part of the map, and now it's all about Nature's Prophet out pushing the bottom lane and keeping the enemies in their base while the Roche spawns.
I like this idea of where the bottom lane is the only reasonable place to be. So Nigma Galaxy is like, they know we're going to be here. So we're going to smoke into the top half of the jungle and try to catch somebody outside of the base over there because that's the place where they don't expect us to be. They get the jump on Jacroy. Alacrity does have the blink dagger, so he's able to get that. There we go with the lasso connecting onto the Ember Spirit. They need this kill right now. Down to half HP, down to 600, down to 500. And now he's down. Alacrity will fall, and a chance is given. Nigma Galaxy can still go with the Viper. There's the stun coming out from the Pangolier, rolling under on top of the Juggernaut, and finally gets the connection. There's the Iggswell as well, and he's down to 900, but he's getting healed up by the Healing Ward. Jacroy trying to right-click on the Monkey King, trying to take down Joachim. Ogre comes in with another stun, able to take down maybe a second kill here for the Patriots. They're going to be able to take that, but the base is falling. They have to force the cliff as Mizu has been forcing the base. Boom Booey, he's also down. They've got Mamang Daya here inside the Sprout. Mizu with the BKB, he takes down one. He's going to look for the second kill as well.
Everyone.
Okay, yeah, they can't do anything against this guy. He's just going to teleport back home. Oh, the rat strikes. The fight takes place, initiated by Nigma, forcing Patriots to fully commit and giving them the understanding that, hey, we might actually potentially even win this fight because we've already blown up the Ember Spirit. And that's when Mizu's like, good job, guys. I'm going to do my thing now. And hits the tier 4s.
Yeah, he definitely could have taken down the tier 3, potentially like the range racks, maybe the melee racks, but highly unlikely. But he goes for tier 4s. That's the Chad move right there. Like, I'm gonna force them to come at me, and they go towards him, and he destroys them. He literally went 1 versus 4. He got a kill, he got a tier 4, and he just went out. He probably even could have stood his ground, killed the supports, and then probably died. But still, it is a very, very aggressive move from Mizu, and a very smart one at that.
They did get a decent amount of money, though, from that fight, as getting the kill on Alacrity, almost killing the Juggernaut and preventing him from dealing more damage. Like, he did use the Omni Slash, but weren't probably able to get any of the big cores off of Patriots, so as long as these cores stay alive, Patriots have a chance. So
Tiny did die.
But their 2% has now diminished to 1%. But Alacrity getting lassoed again. They need the follow-up stuns. They do. There we have the shackles, and they've got him. It is a decent effort. They've got the shard on the Grimstroke for the Heart Dispel. Wait, what? Where did Mizu die? Did you try to solo him?
Mizu TP'd into the Tiny, and the Tiny just beat him up. That's it. That's the only thing that happened.
Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, how did Tiny just solo kill this guy when this guy was inside the base of Patriots just whacking supports a moment ago? Okay.
Yeah,
in your dream, though, DD.
The Tiny wasn't a part of that one. Okay, this if he gets an Omni Slash off this Tiny, he looks tanky, but he is not gonna feel like it.
He's not DD tanky, though. And Lim is in the front. They are under vision of Nigma. They see the Shaman. Inside the pit they go as well. And here goes In Your Dream. Charges in with the spin. Takes down the Shaman. That's one piece gone. Ogre's also falling very fast at the arms of this Juggernaut. And that's going to be a double kill for him. In Your Dream.
Is alone,
There's
though.
the Viper coming in from Joker as well. And he's got no friends around him right now, but it seems like they're not too fussed. They needed the stun from Delul. They need some stun combo, but he's gonna get the spin out. Joker coming in with a Wukong's command. They're gonna be forced out, but there we go, and it should be history for the Tiny. 105 seconds dead, and Delul falls as well. The right-click damage is too much. The Batrider, he gets caught as well. On top of the cliff, he BKBs himself up and tries to catch anybody he can find. Tries to juking around in the tree line, goes for the teleport, and Alacrity ain't gonna find Mamang Daya in time. And there's the base, it falls. Mizu has just destroyed the Ancient. Objective-based gaming to take the first victory for Nigma.SEA.
Mizu, last time around it was a Chad move. This time around it was a cowardly move because you found out that the Tiny can beat you up, and you're like, I have to end this game. I have to end it. He's gonna kill me again. So she just TPs into the enemy base and finishes it off. Though Nigma Galaxy, showing that they are the stronger team in this one. When you look at drafts like this, the Nigma Galaxy has, it is not the easiest thing to execute when you have so much mobility. You need to be controlling the map properly. But there was just one move. Patriots made a mistake there in the mid lane, and Alacrity capitalized on it quite well. I have to, Alacrity, he did have his mistakes in this game, but it was probably at a point where the game was unlosable or very, very hard to lose for Nigma Galaxy. So maybe just testing the limits of his hero. What can I do? How much can I destroy the enemies? In the end, Nigma Galaxy, just one mistake from Patriots that in the mid lane, and the snowball started. It never really ended until the throne fell.
Overall, just good movements from Nigma. I think they played their early game pretty well. I think they toyed with Patriots here and there. The laning stage was very strong in terms of how they executed, how they basically wanted to take that top tower control for themselves. Despite Tiny, actually, I think, he picked up 1 or 2 kills in the top lane for himself, but not really having much of an impact in this game for the Tiny, which was a bit of a bummer in terms of the Patriots, because, you'd love to see a good Tiny fight happen. A bit too late in the game, though. That's when Patriots start to look really good, and Nigma's just got way too many tools in their hands. They have so much mobility. You have the +1 on the Nature's Prophet. You have the Ember Spirit jumping around. So, I guess it was a bit of a doomed game for Patriots for quite some time. But, Harry, I think this is a good time to take a tiny break and start putting our sights towards game number 2. A small one for sure. So, stay in there, hang in there. We've got more Dota to come. See you in a bit.